Eric Muathe, Muathe.com. Today let's take a look at ROVI, which as you can see over the last couple of months managed to move from about $8 to the highs here at 23. Right now it's pulling back over the last 2 months or so. To understand what is going on, one can look at the all data on the monthly. So let's do that and we'll draw a couple of lines. Number one, if you can see this tiny break here, and this is all data going back to 1997. There was a break there in the RSI which brought the stock off the highs in the 80s, somewhere around there. We can draw a line from there, and this line has played a big part in the stock's trading history over the last couple of years. Number one, you can see here there was a nice double top here in late 06 and also in 07 for these two highs. And then we managed to finally move above that red line and the stock went on a nice run. So we're talking about this period here, which corresponds with this nice move in the stock. And we can see that the stock was using the red line for support here, with double bottom support here, here, and then again it touched that level there. It would go on to break that level in 2011, so it brought the stock off that high in the 50s. We haven't been back to that level, and here in the last 2 months we hit that level there, and now we are pulling back. So that was a sell signal based on a long-term RSI monthly chart line. There's also another line which we can discuss based on the RSI, and this one connects the lows right there. So connecting the lows here, this lows, this low, and the subsequent low there. And recently we touched that here for this nice re-entry in the $8, $9 area, and the stock had a nice bounce. We also did the same thing here. We touched that line here for the lows and the move off the lows here at the $10 before it went to 25. So there's another line that makes a lot of sense in giving us some type of directional bounce over the last couple of years. Also, there's one more line I'd like to talk about here, which is this line here, and I'll draw it like that. The reason being that on hindsight you can see that ever since we moved below, we broke through that blue line there, coming off this monthly drop, we've had lots of attempts to move above the blue line. Every time we stall with uniform action, the stock makes a short-term high. We stall here with uniform action, short-term high. We stall here, short-term high. We stall again with uniform action, short-term high. And here you can see uniform action rejection and a short-term high. One can also notice that over the last couple of years the stock's been bouncing around the, let's call it the $9, $10 area here. In fact, you can draw a nice straight line here in price where it seems like people come in and hold the stock, and the stock bounces off this level here over the last couple of tries. So there is, down the road, if you ever see it bounce off that, maybe that's where one can look for a potential rebound. So really, in conclusion, and to summarize this, I believe the stock struggles for now until it can clear the previous line of resistance that I discussed here. So until it can clear this line, the stock should actually be having some type of a ceiling. Another way of looking at this is to just set an alert for the stock. Should it ever move above 22.78, any movement above the recent monthly closing high might trigger a move higher. So I would ignore this for now because it's not breaking out. A breakout above 22.78, 2016's monthly closing high, might trigger a buying opportunity there for a breakout attempt. At that particular point, if it happens, at least the RSI would also be moving to 3-year highs, which is our minimum requirement. And also we'll see that at that point maybe the MACDs would also be trading at 3-year highs. So really, in summary, the best thing to do here is wait for momentum, wait for the stock to clear resistance as discussed, and also move above the recent monthly closing high of 22.78. Eric Muadit, Muadit.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. I am out. Woo! Yeah.